So we've been following all year, and you probably know just watching your neighborhood and looking at neighbors that have sold over the last really couple of years. The real estate market in Silicon Valley has been extremely, extremely hot. Values have shot up 30 to 40% in some markets in the last 2.5, 3 years. And that's after about 12 years of it rising steadily. But it's always important to understand it doesn't always go up in a straight line or in one simple direction. There's ups and downs. And when you're thinking of buying or selling, even if it's not right now, but in the near future, you'll have to know if the timing is right for you. And what we do here at the Lutz and Cruz Group that's a little different and frankly, I think a little better to judge and read timing in the market is we look at a lot of detailed data. For the last decade or so, homes in Silicon Valley have sold in under a month on average. And so a lot of the old ways of measuring market activity that measured in months just doesn't apply anymore. We've got to look at weekly, sometimes even daily, and by neighborhood, what the market's doing. And we're really excited with a recent listing that we helped one of your neighbors sell their home, and I want to share what we thought was going to happen, and in fact, what did end up happening. And that's that it sold for a really, really awesome number, something that he's very happy with, and two other neighbors sold at the same time. I want to share you a little bit about that story. And here's a little bit of what we do and how we do it. What you see here is the number of listings, or rather, how activity and listings are doing in the entire county compared to the same time last year. So you can see here, in most neighborhoods, there's fewer listings than there were last year. Central San Jose and Willow Glen are the only ones that are higher. And that's been the story of our market all year long. Really, really record low inventory has driven prices higher and higher, even though interest rates and prices are high and there's sometimes negative news out there. We try to ignore the news and what people are feeling and really look at how the market is reacting to help maybe alleviate some of the fears and worries that they might have. You can see down near the bottom in Campbell and Cambrian, down around almost 20% year over year. So the first half of the supply and demand story is good if you're a homeowner thinking of possibly selling or just interested in the value of your home. There's less to choose from for the buyers. The second part of that supply and demand equation is obviously the demand. And here we see again measuring year over year how pendings, which are recording when a buyer and a seller agree to purchase a home. It's not yet sold. It's not official yet. But we use this, and I'll explain why in a second, to really measure the activity in the market. And again, a little about half and half. Some markets are down, some markets are up, but no market is up higher than Cambrian, your neighborhood. 61% growth year over year. So when you mix the two, what's supply doing? It's down 20%. What is demand doing? It's up 61%. We look at that delta, we look at the difference, and we figure out that no neighborhood in the county is hotter than yours right now. Again, that doesn't mean you should sell. It doesn't mean you're thinking of selling, but it's good to know if when the time comes, how can we help you a certain timing strategy and things like that to make sure that you get the highest possible dollar for your home. And here's one way we do that. We look at absorption rate of pending sales. This measures how fast buyers in a given market are putting whatever is on the market, whether it's a little bit or a lot, in a contract. And you can see the county average is 98%, which is a very healthy number, very active buyers in the market as a whole. And then we separate some of the more popular locations in Silicon Valley. And again, all of them doing quite well. Even the 69 in Evergreen is a historically good number. So it pales in comparison to what else is going on. But again, you see 266% in Cambrian, by far the hottest market in Silicon Valley. In fact, that probably makes it one of the hottest markets in California, if not the country. A good seller's market is anything above 33%, way above that right now. Now, this is important because what's going to happen is these homes will sell. They're being sold in the first 3 or 4 days of being on the market. And because of that speed, the buyers are having to make quick decisions. The property comes on the market. They all go see, there's probably 30, 40, 50 people looking at each individual listing, and they know they're competing against a lot of people, and they have to make fast offers, high offers. What will happen then when these close, for example, the 3 properties that just went pending in your neighborhood in the last 3 or 4 days, they will close in the mid-December. The prices will be recorded, and then in January, the rest of the public will know how hot the market is. That's what the kind of lead time we can provide you as a homeowner on what the market's going to be doing. Again, when and if you decide it's time to sell. If you're not ready, if it's not your time to sell now, we ask you to do us a favor, introduce us to your neighbors who might be thinking of selling. Why? We'll provide the same kind of insight and service to them, make sure they get the highest dollar. How does that benefit you? Make sure your neighborhood continues to grow, your equity continues to grow. One person making wrong decisions can drop values in a neighborhood for months. So whether it's you thinking of buying or selling right now or in the very near future, or if you know someone that's thinking of buying or selling in your neighborhood, it's a great time to think about it. Quick little video like this we could do for you in person or in a Zoom call, and we'll dig into the numbers that go a little bit deeper than this and explain. And then there's one more thing that we really need to make sure that homeowners understand. The 3 properties that just sold in your neighborhood also for very fast within the first week and for a lot, but one sold for over $250,000 more than the others. And there is a very, very good reason why. We'd love to explain that to you. Thank you again for taking the time for scanning the QR code and listening and watching our quick video. We hope you reach out. We hope to be in your living room or on a Zoom call discussing your property and the markets and how we can help you maximize your value.